studios. Our next guest is a former NBA veteran, a Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst nowadays. Our man, Kerry Kittles. What up, man?
Hey,
what's
going on,
happening?
guys? How you doing?
Good. Where were you at? Chuck E. Cheese
good.
yesterday? Where were you at?
Oh, man, 5 kids, man. Let me tell you something. There's a lot
got
going
5?
on over here.
Yes. What is the age range, Kerry? of your
17
kids?
through 8.
Oh,
17
wow,
through 8. So
through
you
8.
and your wife never went to the movies. I get it. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. You know what it's about.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get to the NBA, and I started looking at my NBA ballot, for regular season awards today, Kerry. I'm one of the voters, and I want to ask you: this is the hardest it's ever been for me because I'm trying to weigh, the value of missing games. Like Joel Embiid, I think he very well could and probably would be the NBA or MVP front runner had he played, 75, 80% of the games during the season, but he's only played 48 or 49 games. And so I'm asking you as a player at 49, he'll probably play 50 out of 72 or something like that. As a player, would that deter you from voting for a guy for MVP? I'm not saying you got to play all 82 or 72 in this case, but I do think availability is a big part of it. And a guy like Nikola Jokic playing every game is big, especially in this day and age of load management.
Yeah, I would agree with that. No doubt about it. I think, for me, you have to be in the lineup. You have to show your value on a night-to-night basis if possible. If you want to rest a game or two here or there, I'm fine with that. Watch your body and see how it feels. But if you're healthy, get out there and play. And, Embiid has been dealing with injuries most of his career on and off. But, Jokic has been solid throughout, start to finish, and the value that you said earlier, what he brings to that team is immeasurable in my point. That's why I think he's my favorite for MVP.
How about when you talk about using that Rookie of the Year and LaMelo Ball? I mean, I know a lot of people are pushing for him, and I keep saying it's not about who's going to be the better player long term because you would assume it could be him, but it's about who played this year, who was the best rookie. And Kerry, usually, the rookie with the highest scoring average normally wins. Normally, not always. Who would you have for Rookie of the Year?
Oh, that's a good one. I think Anthony Kidd has been, he's really shown some really good flashes this year. They both have been playing well in spurts overall. I think maybe you go back to the Grant Hill, Jason Kidd time and just split the award this year.
I hate the split. Oh, come on. No, that's like kissing your sister. I hate that. Pick
neither one have distinguished themselves as the clear favorite for winning the award, right? I mean, LaMelo has been having a lot of hype, and he's probably, because he's more of a facilitator and distributor and he's a little more flashy. But Anthony Edwards' kid has been just so solid throughout the entire season.
And he's been better, though. Am I right, Chris? The second half, since the All-Star break, he's actually played better.
I think LaMelo, if you just look at who's played better, I would go with LaMelo. But again, he's played, I think, 48, 49 games.
He's missed 21 games.
And and Anthony Edwards has been great. He's averaging 18, almost 19 points a game. He's really he averaged 24, I think, in April.
And
so I'm going to go with Edwards.
Shot got better as the year progressed.
Right, he's gotten better.
Right, I'm going with him. I got Melo second. Let me ask you this, Kerry, and this just kind of popped into my mind, but what is it like to be an NBA rookie? I mean, you came into the league, you were a lottery pick, so you're a guy that had a great college career. What is it like when you are a rookie in the NBA and you're going against a Michael Jordan in your case? You're going against a Charles Barkley.
Like, can you believe it? Like you're out there with them? Like what is your thought? Right.
Yeah, I think initially, you're pinching yourself, right? When you're putting on that jersey for the first couple times in whatever arena you're in, and you're going to go out there and the bright lights are on, right, in this actual NBA game, and you look across the court, and you're going to see some Hall of Famer. In my era, '96, it was Patrick Ewing, it was Akeem Olajuwon, it was David Robinson, you got Michael Jordan, then you got Reggie Miller. So I think it takes a little bit of time, just like to kind of get past the initial shock of like where you're actually at. And I'm going to be actually guarding Reggie Miller, chasing him off screens tonight. And the Davis brothers are setting these nasty screens. So that was it's an amazing time. It's fun, and then you earn your keep. You make a few shots here or there, and you earn their respect. And then it's game on.
What about even practice? Even like your first, I mean, you went in as the 8th pick of the draft. So all the veterans know, Kerry Kittles you've been hyped up and all this. Do the vets go at you? I know that there's the rookie hazing and all that, but I mean on the court, do they go at you to see what you're made of? Almost in a mean way? Like if you're not tough enough, you're just gonna crumble? Do they try to punk you like that? Or,
I mean, it was intense. I was talking to John Wallace recently. He had a slightly different experience with the Knicks because it was so heavy loaded at the forward spot with LJ and Oak and those guys. He was really fighting for minutes. But with me with the Nets, I had Kendall Gill, it was Kevin Edwards that were there playing my position, that wing spot. So yeah, it was intense. It was fun. It was really competitive. I think after a while, once they see that you don't back down and you can actually play, you can make shots on them, you score on them, you drive past them, look at you with a different kind of look. And after that, it's just, they respect you as their teammate more as like a competitor.
When do you remember the first shot you took and whether you made it? Like were there nerves or like, okay, this is open, I could knock this down, maybe I'll pass, I'm not ready yet? Do you go through any of that, or was it just natural? Because I just wonder, once you get on that court, and you played in college, and again, you were a lottery pick. It's not like you hadn't played, but in the NBA still, until you take your first shot, make your first shot, what was that like?
Yeah, I don't remember my first shot, actually. But I do remember, like, early on, in the preseason, we had a game we played against the Golden State Warriors in Virginia because Joe Smith was playing for the Warriors, and it was a homecoming game for him, I think, in like Hampton, Virginia. And I remember playing against Sprewell in that game, and it was just like, oh, wow. And I think I scored close to 20 points in that game. And so you remember those moments, right? Those preseason games. You're staying in some rinky-dinky hotel. It's not the Ritz-Carlton, and then you're going on court against Chris Mullin and Latrell Sprewell. It was a fun, competitive game, and that was an eye-opening experience for me.
Let's go to the Lakers. Anthony Davis in that game that went over the Knicks. The groin, they were working on his groin, and now he's not playing. I don't blame him not playing against Houston. Does that concern you at all that Anthony Davis has come back? And I know it's just a groin.
Well, and LeBron's not playing tonight.
And LeBron either. So they're going to hold him out. But the Anthony Davis just re-injured. What's a groin like? And does it take a while for you to get over it? You know what I mean? Like, I know it ain't going away overnight, but how long does a groin injury stick around?
Yeah, that's not going away anytime soon, depending on how much he strained it. But I think, once again, we're talking about injuries, and now we're in May, and the playoffs are right around the corner. This is concerning to me. It's the same with the Nets. I mean, I think Kyrie will be fine with the eye, with the facial injury. But, your Harden's coming back tonight. Anytime you're trying to find your way this late in the season, it should be concerning to all fans. I don't care who you are, how good you are, and Anthony Davis should be fine, for the playoffs. But I think, those lingering injuries, hamstrings, a sore back, quad muscles, those things are lingering, and you don't want to be playing 75, 80% in the postseason, especially if you're Anthony Davis, and you got to go out there and guard perhaps the Phoenix Suns or a play-in game against the Warriors. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of running.
Yeah, you're right about that. What the Nets, we all three of us like the Nets when they're fully healthy. I got to be honest, though, Kerry. I think James Harden is their most important player. I think if he's playing every game in the playoffs, they should win the championship. I think if he doesn't play, I don't think they can get out of the East, at least not this year. Are you surprised, and why do you think it's the case that when they've just had KD and Kyrie, they have not looked good? I think they're under 500 when it's just been those two playing.
Yeah, I mean, no question about it. He is their most valuable player. what he does when he has the ball, the attention that he draws, his core vision. I mean, he's honestly, he has one of the highest IQs in the entire NBA, and he's he's pound for pound one of the most skilled players in the NBA. So they definitely need him to get out the East this year. It will be a shame if they put this team together and they have these talented players that are right in their prime and they just can't get healthy right at the right time. But I think you're right. They need him to be on the court, playing at full capacity, making everyone else better around them, making the game easier for KD and Kyrie. I mean, those guys are working so hard for every bucket. And that takes a lot out of you when you have to work so hard because you're the only two guys on the court who can really create offense when you look at their roster, besides Harden. So all the attention is on KD and Kyrie, and they're taking these tough contested shots. So that's going to be really challenging for the Nets. Hopefully he's going to come back tonight and he's healthy, and they're able to move on and advance in the postseason.